Oh, welcome back my gardening friends. This is my wildflower garden, and if you look at my playlist under hashtag starting a new allotment series 1, 2, 3 and 4, this whole allotment was recorded over 2 years, and you'll see the hibernacles and all the areas that are built within that structure there as well. One layer for the frogs, a wet area, and the rest for other bugs, insects, etc. And we keep adding to this pile here, which was destroyed by some winds, and I'll get that straight today if I can. I'm going to plant the sweet peas. We'll see how they do. 2 choices, and we'll get the wildflower, wild seed, flowers, etc. sown here. It's April 24th, it's 6:30 in the morning, and we've had another frost. I soaked this well last night because we've had hardly any rain in April at all, and it looked like this may be a new record for the UK for hardly any rain in April. And I was going to use my claw to break the soil up, but we've got quite a few wildflowers already growing. In the middle of the screen there we've got some poppies there in the middle of the screen, the ones that we don't like, but we'll leave a few. I definitely don't want that one. Mr. Robin there in the middle of the screen. Yes, I'll be fertiling the soil. I'll get this area tidied up, but I've just got to wait for the frost to disappear, so I might just give it another little watering. So I specifically bought some seed from More Veg. There is a video that I did on their packaging, etc., and excellent information as well. So bought those to go into this area, and I've got some old seed that I'm going to mix in as well, that I've not used. I'm going to mix it in with this kiln dried sand that we use on block paving, just to bulk it out a bit so that we don't spread them too thickly, and the rest of the seeds in my little cassette there will stay. So we won't be putting all the seeds in, well, we will these, but I'll just be putting a few of these in. I especially like that one. It'll be interesting to see how that millet grows for the birds over the summer. So that's those in. I'll give those a good stir up. Make sure they're nice and even. But there's just another quick look. I'll just put a few seeds in each one. Out of each packet, should we say. I'll get those put away now, and it's still frosty. The sun is just started to come up and hit the ground, so I'll go and get some of the onion sets planted while we're waiting. So if you want to skip through till we get back to here again, by all means do. So this is one of my square foot gardening beds that we stripped down and created a coal frame just to harden some of the plants off, and we've got some golden gourmet shallots there, and then a mixture of onion sets. My onions didn't do did do very well, and these were quite cheap. I know they do go to seed sometimes, but even if they go to seed, you still get plenty of flesh off them. And this is what the square foot gardening looks like when it's all divided off, and they're looking a little bit bedraggled with the frost again. but if I put the cover on, it cooks them. So the New Zealand spinach is looking very sad actually. It'll even look sad in the heat of the day. It doesn't really like this weather. The contrast in temperatures has been unbelievable. Yeah, -2 at night and then +20 during the day. It certainly takes its toll on them. Never mind, let's go and find somewhere to plant these onion sets. My friend at AA Home Gardening did a little bit of companion planting with their strawberries. Now we're in an open polytunnel and I'm only going to have one row of tomatoes down the middle of this bed in the middle of the polytunnel when we get it all finished. So I'm going to do a little bit of companion planting and see how many we can get rid of here. Whether it's right or wrong, we will find out. Let's prepare the bed and get some in. Pause and record. Good morning. Just adding a little bit of blood, fish and bone because this bed hasn't had anything since the last lot of carrots. That will do both for the onions and the tomatoes for now. This is the first time I've planted onion sets in cell trays, and in the polytunnel raised bed we're going to be planting the red Baron. Only planting the good ones and I'll give the rest away. What a nice root system on those. Well, that's the red Baron in and no spares, so sorry everyone, not getting any of my red Barons. Last year it wasn't the carrots we planted here, it was tomatoes. So 2020 we did tomatoes in here, and 2019 we tried carrots. That didn't work because they dried out. I appreciate that these onions may go to seed because it may get too warm once the cover's on, but I'm willing to take that chance. The golden gourmets are going in next to Marie Curry's crimson broad beans. Some of them are dying, so these two are going to get pulled out and we'll get those planted in that area. So this bed had got the carrots in last year. It's been covered with the wood and the cardboard to protect it, and I've just fertiled the ground up a bit. This was all nicely sieved compost for the carrots, and just mixed up a bit just to get that cocoa coir in that was protecting them. And we're going to plant the store on. These have started off in my grow room and haven't they done well. So that all that leaves me now is a box of rumba and another box, a tray of stir on. And good morning, Mr. Robin. I was going to use this bed, but it's full of the cocoa coir that was insulating the last year's carrots, the sweet candle. So this bed needs a little bit more love. So once the carrots are removed, I can add some leaf mould out of the bin and some of the old last year's container compost, homemade compost, but that'll be for another day. And if the stir on lasts long enough, it'll go into that one there that's got another box full of carrots. These should be gone in a week, and they should be gone in a month. Let's hope they can last. I definitely haven't got any more room anywhere else. I won't be watering any of the onion sets that I've put in today until tonight, because they'll appreciate the moisture tonight and take as much in as they need. And I've got to keep these beds damp now. Purple sprouting broccoli's doing really well still. It's now 8 o'clock on the Saturday morning, the 24th, and the frost's still holding in the shaded areas. So just in one part of the wildflower garden, I've just been breaking some of the soil up. It's been down now for quite a while. Some of it's been trodden on, and as you've seen before, I've got some stepping stones from home that the wife is changing, not the ones you saw in a previous video that we sprayed. I'm just going to add a little bit of bloodfish and bone, only a smidgen, and the mixed seeds then we'll just broadcast them quite gently. Don't want too many, and I'm going to cover them with some cocoa coir, and again tonight I'll give them a good watering and keep them nice and damp. Right, I'm going to work my way around this wildflower garden, and we'll bring you back when we're finished. Maybe you could see that in the horrible sunlight. Well, it's nice sunlight actually. Peace and quiet, bar from the birds. Well, that's that little job done. I've tidied those areas up. I've got the sweet peas planted. If they grow, I'll put some supports in, but we'll just have a quick look round. This is my first attempt at trying to grow mint properly, and that looks nice and healthy. And we've got a few little plastic animals there on guard. We've got a few pebbles that aren't washable now, jet wash at home, so Mrs. K's bought some more, and I'm going to put some extra mulch down here just to cover some of them weeds, and I'm just going to keep this weed and flower free. And I've relented, and I've actually watered that compost in. Need to get that weed out, still haven't done it. And this is a cooking apple tree, and there's quite a nice lot of blossom on there. Hopefully the frost hasn't affected it. These are the white currants that I grew from seed. That's one for my friend, but you can see hopefully that it hasn't liked the cold weather, even though I did actually put them in the cold frame. So this is my seat facing south. Last year this was full of sunflowers. This year hopefully full of wild flowers, cooked flowers. I might even be able to take Mrs. King some flowers home. Oh, I best not. She'll think I've done something wrong. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now.